chase, the more it seems to slip away. But when you focus on becoming the kind of person who naturally attracts success, you don't have to chase it anymore. Success finds you. So let me ask you something. What kind of person are you becoming? That's where it all begins. You might be asking yourself, what does it mean to become a person who attracts success? Well, it starts with developing your character, refining your habits, and sharpening your mindset. Success, my friends, is attracted to certain qualities: discipline, perseverance, generosity, integrity. It's attracted to people who add value to the world, people who are constantly growing, constantly improving. It's attracted to people who are intentional with their lives, people who have goals, people who have a vision. So let's talk about goals. You can't attract success without clear goals. You've got
Jimmy, always kicking it off with an absolute bang. I love it, Dreamers. How are we feeling coming into today? Happy Wednesday. Again, this month is going to fly by, and before you know it, we're at Thanksgiving, we're getting stuff, we're at the end of the year, December, Christmas, and it is already 2025. So ready to go ahead and be intentional, locked in for these next 2 months. Here we go. Love it, fam. Shane, Talina, it's good to see you, Dreamers. What's happening? Today is going to be a great one. And again, I want to just pour a lot of the value that we had over this past weekend with Ray Higdon, Brian, a ton of the top earners inside the space, just really pouring a lot of value into the space. So yes, in the office, you already know, got it in early. We got the workout in, little bit of a nature walk, and it begins early at it. Love to see it. Been in here since it feels like 2 a.m. the past 60 days. And it's funny too, because we've been talking about it forever. Like, yo, we need a sofa in here for these late nights so we can actually finally crash. And it happened. The sofa has been locked in here. So we're pretty much going to be able to sleep in here now. It's game time. Love it. So yes, let's go ahead and get into today. What's everybody grateful for? How are we feeling? What is the word for the month, the word for the week? What is the vibration, the frequency that everybody's sitting at starting on this morning? Has some great calls kicking off the day. And wait till you guys see what we have planned coming up these next couple of weeks. I'm telling you, we're going to have explosions in all different areas of our life. Yes. Love it. Grateful to be alive, fam. Grateful for the family. Let me go ahead and get IG live as well, because this is something that is universal. I really feel it can apply to anybody. So here we go. Assignments. Boom. Awesome. IG is here. You already know, fam. Grateful for the access. Grateful for each and every one of you, because I know this information, this isn't normal. You know, we just had the election, 2024. It is official. Trump is president. And let's just say a lot of things are about to shift. The markets are going to shift, right? There's going to be a shift in people's paradigms, people's perspectives. And now is the time, right? Absolutely saying big moves coming to get in position. So fired up is an understatement. Grateful for the times, grateful for what it is that we have sitting at our fingertips, because I know we're ready to go ahead and squeeze the juice out of all of it. So I don't want to take too much time. We've got a packed out schedule here for today, for the rest of the week. So let's go ahead and get into today's session on the godly assignments. This was coming from Ray. This was actually coming from a couple of different speakers that touched on this piece. So here we go. Here's what they talked about. Number one is JJ Cuts, my brother. It's good to see you. Holla at me today. Let me know. All right. So number one is going to be divine purpose. And here was the verse that they led with this. Actually, one of my favorites. Jeremiah 29:11, right? God has a plan for each of us. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans for welfare, not for evil, to give you a future and for hope. You know, so even for me, for years, this is always just one of those ones that's always stuck out to me. So just think about divine purpose. This is in every single, realistically, a lot of the top 1%ers, even the books, Jim Rohn, Bob Proctor, they all bring up purpose. And I know for anybody that's breathing, we all have a purpose. Some of us have amazing strengths. It could be writing. It could be on the creative side. It could be speaking. It could be with videos. It could be written. Everybody's different, but this is the beauty of having a team. The beauty of being able to really get in touch with who we are and the legacy that we're here to leave. I love it. I love it. Squad, what's going on? Yes, here we go. Number 2 is going to be uniquely designed for you, right? The divine purpose. It's all uniquely designed for all of us. Because here's what when I got into entrepreneurship, here's what I started to understand. Everybody's passion, everybody's vision, it's probably different for a lot of us. For some, it might be to be able to go ahead and go hiking, go in the Appalachian Alps, to be able to get a cabin up there. For somebody, it might be to get an RV and to travel the world. Everybody's comes. For some of it might just be a minimalist. You don't need a lot as long as the bills are paid. But everybody's success is different to everyone. But when it comes to time freedom, that's something I believe we're all chasing. Who doesn't want that? To be able to spend time with our family, to be able to do the things that we love, to be able to just say, I think I want to throw a dart at a map and go fly there next week, if that's something that you'd like to do. But it comes with stepping into our divine purpose. All over the event, the whole time, they really just kept honing in on, we're the highest form of creation. It doesn't matter the background, doesn't matter where we come from. All of us literally possess these higher faculties, kind of just like Bob talks about: imagination, will, reason, intuition, right? This is literally what separates humans from an animal. Think about it. An animal, a lion, they can only move off of instinct. They cannot sit there and visualize something that's not there. So this is why Think and Grow Rich, it really gets deep on creating this purpose and figuring out, what are we here to do? And here's the verse. Ephesians 2:10. He says, "For we are his workmanship, created in Christ for good works, for which God prepared beforehand that we should walk in them." So again, no, I will never talk down on jobs. I never have. I never will. I know jobs are a huge foundation. If you're working, allow this to be a stepping stone. That's what I realized. There's never anything wrong with the job. The difficult part is, a lot of us, we might be used to spending time building somebody else's dream, but coming back to build our own, this little piece right here is what literally changes everything. And it comes from really getting into, what are we good at? Are we good at speaking? Are we good at connecting? What's our personality type? And knowing that this is, again, all a part of defining the purpose. Number 3, the third piece, the third assignment, he said, is rooted in service to others. You'll hear Jim Rohn say this every day. Service to many what? Leads to greatness. Yes, we already know. Thinking thoughts of peace. Absolutely. So here's number 3. 3 is a really good one. 3, he says, rooted in service to others. Mark 10:45. For even the Son of Man cannot come to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many. Serving others is essential to a godly assignment. Let that sink in. For even the Son of Man cannot be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many. Serving others is essential to a godly assignment. And this is something I learned literally really getting into the greats. Bob Proctor, Les Brown, Tony Robbins. Oh, I have it in the car. I have my journal in the car. But that's the first thing I've literally written every single day for the past, we're getting into the middle of 800 days, is thank you, God, for waking me up today because I get to be of service. I've literally written that every single day for almost 800 and a half days. And this is why. Because when I wake up, I don't want to think about me. I learned that a long time ago. The moment that we just think about me, we're only ever going to make enough for me. But when we start thinking about we, being of service, giving back to others, God, the universe, the higher power, whatever you believe in, I believe is going to pour back 10, 100x, 1,000x. That's how it works. These are laws. This is the laws of the universe. And last but not least, number 4, Saeed, I got you. We'll jump on a Zoom after this for sure. It's going to be, it requires submission and surrender. Proverbs 3:5-6. He says it encourages believers to trust God with all their heart and to acknowledge him in all their ways, knowing that he will direct their paths. Now, it's interesting looking back at my journey. There's so many things that, yes, we might have planned, we might have written on paper, but they say our plans compared to his plans is a completely different story. I never planned for my uncle to seriously, do what happened a couple weeks ago. I didn't plan for that, for him to be able to pass. That was his plan. That was part of his works. That's out of my hands. But I can tell you the drive, the passion, the fire that I just got experiencing that gave me a whole different perspective. And you know what it made me do? It made me submit and it made me surrender. Because maybe many like you, how many of you guys are used to maybe grinding your way out of things, hustling our way out of situations? Drop a 3 down below. If you've been there, if you know the feeling, it could be to eat. It could be to maybe help out family, help out those that need it. I've been there. I know the feeling. But if you're anything like me, 31 years old at this point, you know what I realized? I started to notice that there's only so many things that we can do. Meaning, there's a lot of things in life that, yes, we can put in the action, but some things are out of our hands. Let go and let God. That's where it comes from. So I believe when we get to step out of our own way, I literally just had this conversation with an 18-year-old yesterday. This barber's been barbering literally since 13 years old, almost literally 6+ years, getting into 19. He's been studying personal development. He's been reading. He's been growing. He's been learning lessons. And I really was just looking at him like, if you could understand the position that you're sitting at so young, so hungry to learn, ready to go ahead and submit, ready to surrender to mentorship, to the teachings, to the knowledge, to the wisdom of all of our surroundings. This is where the quantum leaps happen. So I just wanted to go ahead and pour some things that I really took away that struck me from the event, that gave me some perspective, that gave me some more clarity, that gave me more intention moving every single day. So fam, that's my training. If you guys got a little bit of value, go ahead and drop some 5s down below, because this is it. This is our season. This is our time. This is a pivotal time in history for us all to really go ahead and step into our greatness, and collectively, teamwork makes the dream work. Rising tides raises all ships. Absolutely. So anything you need, fam, feel free to reach out. We've got some packed out events, Zooms, trainings coming in. So everybody's going to be honing in these skill sets, getting in touch with our purpose, and really stepping into our greatness. I love you, fam. I appreciate you. Anything you need, we got your backs. Remember, we can be, do, and have anything we can hold in our mind. We can hold it right here in our hand. Let's go out and turn these dreams into reality. It's game time. Let's go.